Hello, in this Bootstrap 4 video we're going to cover Carousel. Carousel is a way to slideshow between different elements, images and slides of text. So one thing to note, you can't actually nest a carousel within a carousel. Probably look quite weird and quite funky if you could, but you can't, and most likely you probably wouldn't want to. Imagine if you had 3 or 4 nested layers. That would be like carouselception. It'll be crazy. But regardless of that, let's get to it. To do a carousel, pretty simple. You're gonna have a div. Within there, you're gonna have an ordered list, which has number of list items, aka how many slides you have. Then you have the slides. Then you just have a couple of buttons that take you back and forth. But you can easily remove stuff. So maybe if you don't want like page dots, so you can go to any page, remove that. If you want less or more slides, add or remove slides. Or if you don't want back and forth buttons, or you just want a back button, then remove that. It's really simple. So what we're gonna do is add a div, and this div is gonna have an ID of, I'm gonna put carousel-example.generic for a class of carousel slide data-ride equals carousel. Inside here, I'm gonna put an ordered list, and this ordered list will have the page dots. So we need a class of carousel-indicators list item. The list item is going to have a data dash target of hash, and now the ID of this that we just set before. So copy that, paste it. Next we're going to have data dash slide dash to, basically what page you want to slide to. Starts at 0, so the first slide is 0 index, so we're going to put 0 for this. I'm going to have a class of active, because by default we're going to have the first one active. You can easily change it if you want the first, second, third, fourth, whichever one active. Really simple. So let's just copy and paste this. Couple of things we need to change, like this to a 1. I'm going to remove the class active because I'm only going to have one page shown at any given time. So copy and paste that and just change that to a 2. So we got all the page dots all configured. Now it's actually time for us to create our individual pages. To do that, really simple. Create a div, not idv, div. And this has a class of carousel-inner row equals list box. And now in here you have your individual pages. For now our pages are just going to contain an image, but before we get to that, the div needs a class of carousel-item. Next you need a class of active. Again, you only want it to the corresponding list item, aka because we got it on the first one, so index 0 we're having it on this one. The rest won't have any active class, and Bootstrap handles all the active class for you, so when you click on a different item, which is really cool. Inside here, like I said, we're gonna have an image source. We'll handle that in a second. And what we're gonna do is have an alt equals first slide. And that's looking all good. Before we add the images, gonna copy and paste this a couple of times. Move active. Just change this to second slide, third slide. And for the source, I've got some images right here. You can have them locally and access them using your file directory, whether that's on a server or on your computer, or you can use image URLs. As you can see, I'm using image URLs. Paste that in. And now finally what we need to do is create our back and forward buttons. To do that, you just do an A class equals left carousel dash control href equals, and now for the href, what you want to do is put hash the ID of this outermost div container, paste that into here, and do role equals button data dash slide equals previous. And in here there are a couple of span elements. So the first one is span class equals icon dash prev, which is the previous icon. I'm going to put area dash hidden equals true span, and the next span is for screen recorders only. So sr dash only. It's good to put screen recorder content in your website. It helps reach more users. Previous, and now what we can do is simply copy and paste this. Need to change left to right. Need to change data slide to next from previous, not nexer. Nexer. I've never heard of that word from nexer. It's not something from some sort of sci-fi film. Need to put icon dash next. Change this. I think we're ready to run actually. So save it, refresh. We got our carousels popped up. We got the 3 buttons here. They didn't look the best on the first image. That was just a demonstration of clicking the back button, forward button, forward button. Now if I click the forward button again, it goes back to the first image. And that's the same if I click the back button on the first image, it goes back to goes to the last image. You can easily switch to any one of the pages. And it's responsive as well. So if I start resizing this, as you can see, it's probably how it would look on a mobile device, something like a tablet, and now a full-fledged desktop. Looks really cool, and it works really well. I'm gonna also show you another thing, and that is captions. So if you want to add a caption, it's going to add it to the second item. Within the carousel item itself, just do div. It's going to have a class of carousel dash caption, and inside here you put some text, put whatever you want. I'm going to put a h2 tag. I'm going to put best caption title, and the next tag is going to be a p tag, but you can put a div span wherever you want really. You can even put images, I guess. Probably wouldn't look the best, but you could, or a button. And for this I'm going to put, oh yeah, it is indeed, smiley face. Save that, refresh. So on the first page we've got nothing. Go to the last page, still nothing. Go to the middle page, there you go, we got our caption, which works well when we make it responsive, which is really cool. Obviously on this one it wasn't quite the best, but we've got it as a pretty big font size, and you probably want to make that change accordingly. So that's an extra task for you. Also, as an extra task, at the moment they're just images. We want you to essentially enclose them into a href and make them clickable, so it takes you to a separate website or a different page on your website. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on our education platform, sonarlearning.co.uk/questions.php. There'll be a link in the description to that, plus there'll be another link in the description to the source code from this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, as it really does help us understand what you like and what you don't like about our videos, and obviously we can remove the stuff that you don't like. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.